Our theater company was called the Eastside Amazement Company. That was mostly because the east side of Madison was such an artistic hub and a cultural revolutionary place to be. And we lived on Williamson Street also. We did mostly Shakespeare and original things. We did all Shakespeare and original things, starting out behind the Madison Art Center, the old one on Gorham. Down by the lake, we did The Tempest. Sharon did our poster. We involved people from the university with the lighting and music. Politically, we had to go to the city council meeting and get permission to use that space. So that was our first brush with the city. And we were at the meeting asking for permission to do The Tempest, and a thunderstorm came up and it knocked the electricity out of the building, so everything went dark as soon as we asked if we could do this play. So then they said, "Ooh, I guess you should do this play," and they even put a little note about it in the paper, because it was so bizarre. But that was our first play in Madison as the Eastside Amazement Company, and then we migrated to the Cardinal Bar. Ricardo was gracious enough to let us use his back room. We did Perelandra, C.S. Lewis. We did radio plays, a continuation of C.S. Lewis's trilogy with Out of the Silent Planet. That's the one that we adapted into a radio play with cliffhanger installments on the baby Wart radio. It was just in its very, very beginning, Wart radio. A tiny little closet somewhere, I don't even remember where they were, obviously someplace on the east side. Then we took a break. We went back to California and to see if we wanted to be movie stars. We went to Southern California. We had been in the Bay Area before. We lived outside of LA and we got headshots and the whole business, but it was too harsh. It was really, really harsh. I mean, we were doing so much more here than anyone was even thinking about doing in West Hollywood that it seemed totally ridiculous to be there. So we came back to the glorious east side of Madison. Then we did, again at the Cardinal Bar, we did a variety show with music. And that was the beginning of the band. Dennis found a Fender Stratocaster in the garbage dumpster, which was another really fun pastime on the east side, right at the end of the railroad tracks on, I don't know where that is, East Main or something. St. Vinny's had a giant dumpster, and they would just throw all the stuff in there that they couldn't deal with for whatever reason. So dumpster diving was wonderful. Well, he found that Fender Stratocaster. Oh, and also Howard Manaff, who lives in New York now and who did the very first film, full-length documentary about Miffland called Miffland. But he did the first one. I know there was another one that got famous, but Howard filmed Dennis and I as mimes, and the two little mimes lived in the dumpster, so that dumpster was awesome. We made the most of that. So then the end of that movie ended up in a laundromat, and the little mime was living in a dryer at the laundromat, and Don Hilgenberg came in and was going to get his clothes out of the dryer or something, and I popped out. I can't remember the whole thing, but there was always stuff like that, bizarre little things going on.